Let's have a look.
OBS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you guys have disappeared.
Oh.
So
I don't know where Uncle Jon went.
Yeah. So you both, hang on. Let me see if I can up it a bit. Guys, just having a bit of technical difficulties. I don't know if you guys can see us, but we're live. But I cannot see where Uncle Jon and Chance have gone. They're missing on my screen. Let's have a... I don't know what's happened here, guys. If you're in the stream, can anyone see Chance or Uncle Jon? This is why it's not happening. See if I can add another... Oh, I know why. Hang on. Oh, Jesus. Let's try... Uncle Jon got booted. Why did you get booted?
I don't know.
This is... Alright, I'm going to hang up that call and I'll try calling you again. Alright, guys. This is the fun of live streaming. Hey, let's have a look. What has happened here?
Yeah, you're screen sharing, so don't accidentally show stream key or anything.
Nah. See, I can see... I can see you on the call... But I can't, but you're not, no, this is weird. All the fun stuff. Alrighty. This is what happens, guys. The video chat's ended. Let's see if I can get them back up. Live TV, ladies and gentlemen. Live TV. This is what happens with live TV. Okay, whoever's calling, stop calling. All right. Is everyone on the screen? Someone in the YouTube chat, let me know. I don't want to move. Is everyone on the screen? I can see it on my end. Let's have a look. Man, oh man. All righty. I've got everyone on the screen. Is someone let me know in the chat. Can I see anything?
Oh, I can see us now.
I can see us now.
Yep, looks good to me.
No one move. Don't move. So I'm just getting it up on my phone because I figured if I go back to the YouTube side of things, we'll all get booted again. So let's just... Okay, people are saying, there we go. Good old live TV. It's all good now. Nice. Everyone is firing in. Yes, it's coming up. So I'm going to be looking at my phone there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Reeeeeeady BANG, the ¡1 live stream show on the internet. I am your host, the Aussie Armwrestler, and as always, I am the 2019 Melbourne Cup left arm 80 to 95 kilo amateur third place getter, the most sought after arm wrestling trophy in the world. Now let me introduce these two gentlemen. Starting on top of your screen, a very good friend of mine, and he's tried sucking up to me because he is wearing a fantastic shirt. But he is the OG of live streams. When you think of live streams, you should be thinking about this superstar, Uncle Jon. Welcome to the show.
Oh, happy to be here, buddy. How you doing?
Always good, my man. Very excited to have you on. And then on the bottom of the screen, he may look tired because he's too busy just on every single show you can think of. I've said it before. There's red hot form, there is white hot form, and then there is Chance Shaw form. And we are popping his cherry tonight by coming on the show. Chance Shaw, welcome to the show.
How's it going? Thanks for having me on.
It is going good, and we are starting off straight away with a $20 super chat from Joe the Hammer Valentine. Thank you very much, Joe the Hammer. I am going to try and make sure I get all the comments, but before the Aussie Armwrestler gets nice and, you know, oh, it's so good you guys on the show, I am coming in hot. I am frustrated as hell with you two gentlemen, and let me attack you straight away. You both know how much I love you, so that's why this one hits me right in the feels, as the young kids say. So let me put a bit of context into it, ladies and gentlemen. Chance went out and did his thing last week. Went out, and beat 3 good arm wrestlers in a round robin, which we'll get to in a bit of a minute. So, of course, Chance and I have been trying to work out times for Chance to come on the show. So Chance is like, yep, not a problem. I'll come on your live stream. Awesome, mate. Looking forward to it. So I thought, let's get Uncle Jon in there. Love Uncle Jon. Love me. Everyone loves a bit of Uncle Jon. I said, Uncle Jon, come on as well. Come have a chat. The 3 of us, it's going to work. We're going to pretend we're in a biology class because the chemistry will be unreal. Since then, you guys have done about 914 live streams, 78 different shows, 19 different made videos. Chance even did another live stream this morning. I feel like I've turned up to my birthday party. The birthday song has already been sung, the candles have been lit, and you've all eaten the cake. And I've just rocked up. I'm mad, ladies and gentlemen. I am mad. Have you got anything to say? I'll start with you, Uncle Jon.
Well, are you guys getting feedback on my voice?
No.
Yeah, for some reason.
I'm not.
I'm getting feedback on my voice. I better get my headphones. Chance, you go ahead and start.
Hey, I didn't know it's such a big deal. I'm sorry. Mr. Jake.
No, not at all.
Hey,
Just wanted to come in with a pretend rant.
When someone calls me up and says, "Hey, can you come on my show?" I'm not gonna say no.
No, absolutely. And I was just being patient. And I was always going to wait. We're all trying to look after each other and have different sorts of times. Not step on anyone's toes. So yeah, no, it was just a pretend rant. And in saying that, Chance, in celebration of your big round robin win and getting John Brzenk back on the table, I've gone out and I've found my most colourful shirt. I've gone out and found my most flamingo-looking shirt. So I am going to wear this for the rest of the live stream.
Oh, nice.
Not only is it flamingos, Chance Shaw,
Looking fresh.
but I have outdone you. Mine has pictures of my dog on it as well.
Oh, nice.
My dog Zeus
Just-
with
yeah.
flamingos.
I kept it pretty simple tonight. I just have little birds, toucans, but gray ones.
Alrighty. Thank you to everyone that is in the chat. I'll get through a couple of quick comments and then I want to have a chat with you two. Ronan says, I want to borrow Jake's trophy so I can tell my dad I actually did something in my life. That's pretty good. A big question in there, Chance, quickly. How big are your arms at the moment?
Somewhere around 21 inches.
21 inches. Uncle Jon, you are lean and mean. What are yours coming in that sexy Aussie Armwrestler shirt?
I'm not really 100% sure. Somewhere maybe 16? I don't know. I'll have to remeasure.
And of course, the Aussie Armwrestlers are coming in at a whopping 42 inches each. Bang! That's how big they are coming. Right. Chance.
It's like my waist.
Let's come in, Chance. You've gone in and you've had a round robin. Now I want to come in. It turned out to be a bit of a cluster, a bit of a mess in the end, and that has all come in with some miscommunication. So early on, it started off being semi-finals, grand final. So everyone in the terms of Rod Vidgen Jr. was getting red rocket of a chance of you versus a fresh Mike Aiello. And then when we turned up...
That was never actually the plan, though.
So
that's just what people assume.
Then what happened? This is what I want to get into the nitty-gritty of, because I got up, I set my alarm nice and early, 2 o'clock in the morning, to then find out the four-way battle was more of a round robin. What happened? Like, why did the word get out that it was a semi-final, grand final?
I have no idea who started that. It wasn't the 4 of us. It wasn't Paul Italia, because it was always a round robin. I think one person said they think it might be winner's face. They're not sure. And then the next person said, oh, yeah, it's winner's face. And then it kind of just went from there. So everyone assumed that winners faced, but it was always meant to be a round robin. They did change the order. Originally, it was supposed to be me and Jordan, then me and Mike, and then me and Don. But Mike and Don got switched for whatever reason.
Oh. Uncle Jon, were you under the impression that it was semi-finals, finals, or because you're always in the know, or did you always know that it was the round robin format?
I was searching for answers the whole time. I think at one point, like 2 days before, we thought it was one match only.
So did
right? Yeah. So like everything was up in the air at one point. So I was like, I don't know what's happening, but we'll see.
Anyone in the comments, let us know, were you ahead of it, or is the Aussie Armwrestler just dumb as dog shit and just didn't really keep up to date with everything that was going on? So you've gone out, Chance, and you've absolutely smoked everyone. You've smoked them. Absolutely. You made it look easy. You made it look like I could beat Jordan Sill. Did anyone feel strong or threatening, or because of the form that you're in and you're in this live or die ride, wake up, think arm wrestling, do 947 live shows before you talk to the Aussie Armwrestler, whatever, let's not bring that up again. I'm over it. But were you just that confident that you knew that was the result? Or when you gripped up with someone, was there a bit of not bad?
Well, leading up to it, I mean, I wasn't really sleeping. I was so nervous. So for like 2 weeks, I couldn't really sleep properly. Nothing but the matches were running through my head. I couldn't think of anything other than, what am I going to do with my opponent if he does this, if I go here and then he does this, what am I going to do? So I'm running a 1,000 scenarios in my head 24/7. So going into it, I did not think it was going to be that easy. Day of, I would say, honestly, the person that felt the strongest to me was Jordan Sill out of the three of them. Stylistically, Don Underwood might be a little bit more challenging, but I wasn't too worried about Don just because I had pulled Don fresh. Like, he was fresh and I wasn't fresh a month before that, and I had no issues beating him then, so I didn't figure I'd have an issue beating him that day. But Jordan really felt pretty strong because the first round I had to start underneath and basically just drive sideways. And that's not really my traditional style of pulling, but the setup made it go there.
Now, I'm glad you came out and said, I'm glad that you said that you didn't realise you were going to win that easy, because you did win very easy. So, yeah, getting up in the morning, I was like, I just wanted some battles, and we didn't get it. But that is what the beauty of sport is. Sometimes you turn up and a team win 10-0. That's just the way it is. Uncle Jon, were you very surprised, or were you knowing Chance Shaw easy money?
So I became very, very confident in Chance when he pulled Don in Michigan. Once I saw that, and I saw Chance kind of completely shut down every option, because it's Don Underwood. It's still Don Underwood. It's a comeback trail Don Underwood, but it's still a Don Underwood. And to shut that down with the type of tools he has, at that point, I was just like, okay, I'm pretty sure Chance is just going to kind of waltz through. So I put my money where my mouth was, and I made a nice little good salary off of that match. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it's very hard
King,
for us.
Stake it today.
We can't we can bet on Stake Kings here in Australia, but it costs $45 just to transfer fees.
Are you talking about the PayPal thing?
Things like that. What was that?
Are you talking about because of the PayPal fees or whatever?
I think so. Yeah, I tried went on. It's
they fixed it.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, so internationally, it should be good to go with no fees now.
Well, beautiful.
Nice.
If you don't
double
know,
check on that if you're international.
Get over the Stake Kings, because there's a couple of matches we will talk about in a moment. At the event, Chance, it was all over in about 15 minutes, which as an entertainer, I thought that was good, even though I wanted more battles, but I was glad I wasn't there for 6-7 hours. I'm on the entertainment side of things. Did you get much backlash from the community about how the just the 4-way battle went? Were people getting stuck into you at all? And also, why did the last matches only go for 1 round?
Okay, so we'll start with, did I get any backlash? A few people were confused about the format, but no one really blamed me for the format. It's not like I came up with that. That was Matt Craig that had set everything up. So, I mean, some people were a little bit upset, but again, they're not going to blame me. I didn't make the match happen. I saw 1 or 2 people say it was rigged just because
that
it looks
always
so
comes
easy
in.
for
That's
me.
my favorite. It's always
like,
always rigged. Yeah, you've organised 300 people, tournaments, cameras and everything, and someone like Mike Aiello is coming, I'll definitely take a dive for you. Don Underwood on a comeback trail, I'll take a dive for you. And Jordan Sill, like yourself, wanting to make a name and move themselves from like super pro to elite. I'll take a dive to you, Chance.
And just give them money just because they're nice guys, right? Yeah. I feel like if it was anyone else that won, no one would have said that. Right. But, whatever. Remind me, what was the second part of your question?
So why did the last couple of matches only have one round?
By the time it was the last round, because of who had beaten who, I had already won. So Mike, after I beat him the first round, you saw I took his hand and it was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Mike was like, dude, there's no reason to pull. You could beat me 100 times fresh for fresh. So then he was like, I'll just lay down this last match. So I said, okay. And then Jordan had suspected an injury. So he just went up to the table and he was like, hey, just give it to Don. Like, I don't want to pull anymore. And that being said, Jordan went to get an MRI yesterday or today because he thinks he has a partial bicep tear.
Oh, thanks, Chance. Yep. No, good one, mate. He's supposed to be pulling pretty soon, isn't he, against
2 weeks, Brandon Elsesser. So he's going to determine, if it's a serious tear or if it's a tear at all, and then go from there.
All righty. I've just got a question in the comments. Robert Kelly, are you being serious or are you being funny?
No, he's not. He's being funny.
Oh, you know who Robert Kelly is?
Yeah. Robert Kelly's a good buddy of mine.
Oh, awesome. All right. Good on you, Robert Kelly. Yeah, awesome. Uncle John, what did you think of the whole round? Take Chance's form aside. It's incredible. He's in another realm at the moment. What do you think of the round robin format? What do you think? Yeah, what did you think of the day? And does this round robin format have a future?
Man, so there's really some pros and cons, I think, to round robin pulling. One of the pros is that the odds on Stake Kings are fantastic for round robins. That's very, very nice. Now, I would say it leaves a little bit to be desired as far as I just don't like the rotational idea of it. I would rather see just like one guy versus one guy, or I would actually prefer like the Arm Wars style battlegrounds, right? Where it's all right. We got guys here. Winners are going to move ahead. So you kind of use the tournament format in a way to do that. That's what I would prefer. But I also think this type of round robin, if it wasn't live streamed and you filmed it and then you edited it, to flow a little bit better and maybe build with some suspense and whatnot, I think it could work rather well. But the one thing people just need to remember is that we are in our infancy as far as live streaming arm wrestling events go, right? Like we are way behind everything else. This is just people. This is just Chance, the guy who's in the event, bringing his camera and making sure that it's set up. Right, that's what it is. There's no one else that's going to be doing it. So it's going to take a little while to hammer it all out. And
I just love that we're actually getting live arm wrestling. So I don't mind setting my alarm. I don't care if it's filmed through a potato or the only view you can get is from the top of the balcony. I don't care. I think it's fantastic that we're getting live stream. And as much as, we can rag on it and go, the round robin was terrible and things like that, and we're all a bit confused, I am enjoying that we're trying something. Arm wrestling's been under the carpet for way too long, and now it's like, you know what, let's try a round robin before the tournament. Okay, cool. Okay, this time it didn't work. Now we can all get together and go, right, how can we make that work? Maybe Chance, don't beat everyone so damn easy. Just a tip. But speaking of, we've got R. Kelly in the chat. Robert Kelly, still probably urinating on young girls. He's given a $5 super chat saying Chance Shaw takes the round robin. Bang! And that would be cool if it was R. Kelly, the former rapper. CEO of Harrowbro.
It's my favorite account right now.
He goes, is this live? I'm still at the office here in Europe trying to make room in the budget for Mr. Shaw's sponsorship.
That's funny.
Oh, that's all right. That's cool. Everyone, Uncle John, you'll have to have a think of this. Now everyone's finding their sugary treat because Devon started with the maple syrup pancake. Chance is now with the gummy bears and the sweet lollies and that. What would be your what's your loading that's going to be? My kryptonite is hot chips. It's not sweet or anything, but like I can deny any sort of food on the table. You get hot chips, I turn into Gollum from Lord of the Rings. I'm sniffing around, making sure. Actually, Chance, you look like Gollum on steroids.
I look like who?
Gollum from Lord of the Rings on steroids.
On steroids, yeah.
But
that's funny.
Yeah. So what would your treat be, Uncle John?
Well, I'd probably be getting some sponsorships from Dairy Queen. I think I don't know. You don't have Dairy Queen in Australia, do you?
We used to about 20 years ago.
Yeah, just ice cream to the whole way. That's what I would take.
Hey, there's a little bit of reasoning behind gummy bears. It's not just that I like gummy bears. I want to put that out there.
Well, put the context for the people that watch the Aussie Armwrestler. Put the context out there.
Just if you're interested in why I eat gummy bears, just Google what gelatin is good for when it comes to recovery.
Beautiful. And
it's all about the gelatin.
Speaking of Googling, guys, make sure you head over to Uncle Jon Arm Wrestling Show. Hit the subscribe button, watch all of his videos, and also basically the hottest thing in arm wrestling at the moment. Head over to Chance Shaw's Arm Wrestling Show. I mean, Chance is so hot at the moment, he has his own card in the game of Monopoly. That's how good Chance is at the moment. I don't have my own board game piece. And Chance Shaw does. Uncle John hasn't got his own board game piece. This is just getting out of control. A lot of people are saying Uncle John needs to be sponsored by Diet 7-Up.
Diet 7-Up.
But it's really good. It's really good. Everyone just jumping in the chat now. Chance, not only did you just go out and beat 3 top superstars, but then you've gone and broken the goddamn internet. You've broken the internet. You've got John Brzenk back on the table. You've got him competing. And I'm a very old school, nostalgic kind of guy. So whenever any of these guys come back, I'm switching on and I am excited. Chance, give the people the context. And I know you have said this 947 times throughout the week. But give the fans of the Aussie Armwrestler how you have got this match, because it's taken a few goes.
Yeah. So I've been trying to hit up John Brzenk since the beginning of the year to pull with him. I just wanted to grip up with him. I went out to Arizona twice this year. Once was back in February, and then I went again in April. And both times I hit up John. I'm like, hey, I'm going to be in Arizona. If you happen to be free, if you happen to be at these tournaments, I'd love to grip up with you. We can have a super match, or we could just practice, whatever. And both times he was like, no, I'm not really pulling. I'm not really training. I don't really feel like doing any of that. And so I was like, okay. When was it? Monday? Tuesday? Something like that. Isaac Luna made a post on Facebook in arm wrestling discussion. I think he was like, Chance Shaw versus a lightly trained John Brzenk, who wins? And I said something along the lines of, well, right now I think I have a shot. Give it a month or two, and I probably won't have a chance at that point. And John commented basically something along the lines of, hey, we can pull practice or have a serious match in 2 weeks. I'll be in West Virginia if you want. And I was just like, okay, yeah, absolutely. So I messaged him. I was like, are you serious? So within 15 minutes, I had talked to Devin about about it because I knew he'd want to put it on Armbit. I had talked to Travis to make sure it was cool to have it at his tournament. Talked to John, obviously, and it was all set up and ready.
Mate, that is unreal. Shout out to Derek Smith, who's in the chat. I'm going to get him on the show sooner rather than later. A lot of people in the chat. I think Derek Smith's brother, Dennis Smith, has said if you're an arm wrestler and you get to arm wrestle John, you get to die tomorrow as a happy man. Now, Uncle John, what were your first impressions when Chance has... I mean, first of all, John Brzenk commenting about arm wrestling on Facebook is rare enough. Anyway, jumping in one of those threads. What were your thoughts when you just saw that this match was coming about?
It looked something like this. It looked like this. That son of a bitch did it. That's what it looked like. I was very happy. I was very happy for Chance. And it was something like we had just done live streams within like 12 hours of that, talking about Schoolboy and Jerry and all these different possibilities. That it was already exciting enough to see where Chance was going to get to go next. And then like the Brzenk thing is just so much better than, what I was imagining. This is way better.
Oh, it is sexy as hell, and I cannot wait for it. So it's happening in 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks. First of all, where can we watch it, Chance?
It's going to be live on my YouTube channel as well as on Travis Bajan's YouTube channel.
Okay, beautiful.
But come watch it on mine.
Come watch it on Chances. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's only on Chances.
I'll be on Chances, and I'll probably set the alarm and do a commentary. That is for sure. Now, Uncle John, you and I, we love to go the early crow, and we love to throw out predictions of who's winning what match. And you've started a new show called The Steak, and we'll get into that match that you did just a bit later on. But we've got the juicy piece of steak in front of us. What is going to happen when the young... What are you, Chance? 23 years old? How old are you?
Yep, 23.
When the young Chance Shaw, just drafted in the Arm Wrestling League, has come out and he is taking on the greatest of all time in John Brzenk in a best of 5. How is this match happening?
A lot of people are gonna speculate on a lot of different things with this match. The things that really get talked about are, is Chance going to be able to? Well, obviously we know Chance is going to be able to go to the strap because I think you're starting in the strap for at least the first 4 matches, correct?
Yes, correct.
So we will be going to the strap. But the big question is like when you think about John and you think about John like at his least trained, the thing you're still going to be concerned about is his hand, right? You're out like until he's 99 years old, I would still be concerned about his hand. Okay, so I think that's the big question. So the other thing is, we know that Chance is on a rocket ride right now. We don't really know what kind of John Brzenk we're getting fully, right? John has talked a little bit about his current kind of training and getting back into it and feeling at least confident enough to do this. But what does that mean? Very, very difficult to say. So at times like this, old Uncle John just says, what the hell? You got to go with your gut. You got to go with your intuition. And I have already staked on my main man, Chance Shaw.
Oh! Bang! He has
Believe
done
it.
it. He has gone out there. That is fantastic. And we're in a really good position where we can put our money where our mouth is, and I'll be jumping on State Kings after that and having a look around. Just let me get through a couple of things in the comment, and then I'll give you my bit of a breakdown. We've got Kelly back in the chat. He says, with a $5 super chat, thank you very much, says, nice to have an Australian on YouTube that isn't tortured to listen to. Bang! Not sure who he's talking about. So, I think a lot of people... You're not going to believe it. Look who's ringing me.
You gotta slide it down.
Yeah, down.
Farther.
A little bit more.
A little more.
Oh, yeah, I'm on that
What?
camera.
Oh.
Oh, no,
Wait,
can't see it.
now it shows us.
Nah, sorry, I showed the people on the screen.
Did it say Uncle John was calling?
I actually have a real Uncle John in real life.
Oh, I'm confused.
So when, he was just ringing me then. So whenever, like, I'll be talking to my wife and I'm like, I'm going to have Uncle John on the show, or I've got to send something out to Uncle John. She gets real confused, like, which one? So thank you, Robert Kelly, for that super chat. I might have an idea, but the person you might find torturous is a good friend of mine. That's only if I'm guessing. And we'll get to that a bit later. David Vengeance Riviera Armwrestling says, what up, people? What have we got? Daniel Urick's in the chat. Very good supporter of the arm wrestling world. It's all happening in here. Beautiful. Okay, so this big match is happening. I am divided when it comes to this match. Someone like John Brzenk is John Brzenk. He is John Brzenk. John Brzenk wouldn't take a match unless he is ready. He was clearly training for Top 8 that was supposed to happen July, August. So, of course, in the arm wrestling world, everyone's like, oh, I'm not sure about this injury or that injury, and then they just come in and go bang. I made the mistake last time of King of the Table by going like, Devon is Devon, and Devon does Devon things, and went out and did it. But then I do not know anyone else in the arm wrestling world that is in better form than this man right here, Chance Shaw. So it's actually Chance's name that I'm really divided. Do I take a chance and go with John Brzenk and put my money on John Brzenk, or am I going with the sure thing in the form that he's in? Let me know in the comments right now. Who have you got? Have you got Chance Shaw? Have you got Uncle John? I might do a post a bit later when I finally just grab myself by the nuts and put some money on it. Chance, how do you see this match with the greatest going?
Well, I'm not too sure. I don't think anyone can be certain. I know John Brzenk. I had him on my show yesterday, I think, and he kind of stated that he wants to pull to kind of see where he's at, see if he's ready for Top 8. So some people are saying he wouldn't take a match if he's not ready. I think he took the match to find out if he is ready. So really, I'm not too sure on what's going to happen. It looks like his hand from the training videos I've seen, and it's just training videos, but it looks like his hand is almost back, but his arm is where he has a big hole. So I'm interested to see how it ends up turning out.
But
I'll tell you this: I am coming to win.
Oh, of course.
So
of course,
I'm going to come in my peak form, my best form. Not too much was taken out of me from the round robin, so I've been able to be training hard, and I'm going to come in very, very, very prepared.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you just, it was like a bit of a splash in the water, that round robin. It was almost like a warm-up for this match. It's like the arm wrestling gods were talking. I find Mr. Brzenk quite funny that he's like, oh, I'll just see where I'm at. So I'll take the guy in the most ripping form. It's not like, he could have just rang me up and goes, oh, do you want to have a match, Aussie Armwrestler, just to see where I'm at? Yeah, cool. And then, I feel strong, bang, and pins me. Not a problem. Oh, I'll just take on the guy in the best form that weighs, what are you weighing in now, Chance?
I haven't weighed myself in a couple days. I would imagine somewhere around 295. I haven't been eating as much as I was to get up to like 303 was my peak. So, yeah, somewhere 295-ish.
And then if John's around the 90, 95 kilos, oh, geez.
John said he was going to be more like 105.
So what's that, 240 pounds?
230.
230. Okay.
Yeah.
Still a massive difference there. That's going to be awesome. So then, we've got a $5 super chat from Daniel Urick, who just throws his money around to every single thing. Support the sport. Jake, I can barely hear you. Okay, I'll move my camera, my microphone. I scream and shout, which is very rare. It always goes hit and miss. Beautiful. So that's the way it's going to happen. Everyone, a lot of people have got their arm grinder has got their money on you, Chance. I did a poll on Facebook, Instagram, and it was 486 people picked John Brzenk. 37 picked Chance.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've been seeing that's kind of the case when it comes to polls, but staking wise, it's been a lot closer than I expected.
Staking wise, I've been trying to keep an eye on it. Guys, I'll put the Stake Kings links in there. Go support Chance so they just can keep opening blocks and opening blocks. We're moving so far forward in this arm wrestling world. It is just it's going to be nuts. Going to be absolutely nuts. So they're moving on. Speaking of Stake Kings, there's a match coming on this weekend. Dallas Langston and Craig Tullier. Chance, what do you think of this matchup? What do you like about it, and who are you tipping?
So I actually just had Dallas on a few hours ago. I was talking to him about this match, and I'm a fan of both of these guys. They both bring different strengths to the game. I personally think it's going to be Dallas Langston's day. The rule set that they're using is a WAL rule set. I know a lot of people's biggest concern with Dallas is the fact that he might not be able to slip and get the straps, but he doesn't have to. He could just dick around for 30 seconds. Once the 30 seconds is up, they throw the strap on and he's good to go. Craig Tullier, obviously, if you've watched him pull, you know that he has a hard time keeping his elbow down. And as he hits and gets a foul and hits and gets a foul, and he has to hit so many times, I believe that he's going to end up fatiguing. And even if Dallas wasn't strong enough to catch his hit the first time or maybe even the second time, the third, fourth, and so on, he'll be able to catch it. So I predict probably 3-1 Dallas.
3-1 Dallas. Now, this is I kind of feel rude, Uncle John, because of course I'm going to ask you. But guys, go to Uncle John's channel. This is really good. Go to Uncle John's channel and watch his new show, The Stake. And he gives it, in detail of who he has put his money on. And then also go watch the live stream after this with on Chances because he's spoken to Dallas as mentioned before. Maybe in a few words, Uncle John, because I want everyone to go watch your video. I've watched it twice already. I like this. I like this new concept. I love prediction videos and things like that. But do you want to let the people know where you're staking your money?
Yeah, absolutely. So most of the points that Chance makes are very, very good points, and I agree with most of them. I just believe that Craig is really got a key with his upfront intensity, but I do think it is going to be determined a lot by exactly how close they follow rules. How big of elbow fouls is he going to be allowed to make? Because they're going to happen. It's just going to be a matter of how crazy tight is it going to be called. Dallas is an incredibly dangerous opponent. Craig Tullier has been on top of things for a very, very long time. So you got a number of different things. I'm just giving it to Craig on the basis of his intensity and his history in really, high profile types of matches. And he has to travel less distance as well. So I'm going to go with Craig Tullier with a modest stake.
With a modest stake. Now, where can we watch that one? Does anyone know?
I think Bob
Brown's YouTube.
Bob Brown's, isn't he? Doing some fantastic things at the moment. There's only one factor that will decide this match, and that's the roof. The roof of the place. If it is in an indoor building, I will lean towards Dallas. If it is in a gazebo, I think Dallas will get anxiety. I think he'll be scared that it's going to blow away again and he'll be too distracted and Craig is just going to come in. So once I see the roof, then I'll put a stake on. That is my deciding factor. A few people have made the a prediction. Dave mentions Reeeeeeady Armwrestling. It's a big, long name. 3-1 Brzenk, 3-2 to Craig. Got $500 on both.
That's gambling.
Yes. And that's another thing. I love a punt. We call it a punt in Australia. We love a punt. But also just be careful when you're staking on these guys. And second of all, if you staked on John Brzenk and Chance Shaw as one, just leave Chance alone. Don't go, and leave John alone. Don't be going attacking because the arm wrestling world, we have such a pretty good brotherhood at the moment. The last thing we need is people trying to troll because they've lost money or things like that. And, as the little lads say, gamble responsibly. Gamble responsibly.
Yeah, look, with arm wrestling, the things go wonky all the time in arm wrestling. So you must be able to accept that wonkiness before you place your money because weird stuff happens like 2 times out of 5.
Yep.
Dennis Smith, Derek Smith's brother's gone 3-1 Chance, and he says it doesn't go out of the straps. That's right, because they're starting in straps. So good call, Derek's brother. Change your name to Derek's brother, Dennis Smith. Okay.
Yeah, shout out to Dennis Smith. He donated the last $66 for us to hit 1,000 in the GoFundMe. So earlier I made a slit in Kyle DePue's eyebrow. If you missed that.
Where is Kyle tonight?
Yeah, where is your little?
He's in the other room.
Oh, he's more than welcome to come in and say g'day if he wants to pop in. That's fine. I didn't mind. Just when you asked Chance, I just saw Kyle was there. I like the partnerships and things like that. He's an interesting guy. Now, speaking of upcoming matches, we can't have Uncle Jon on unless we talk about Arm Wars Reality Check.
Oh, yeah.
Give everyone a quick update on how you are feeling. It's hopefully happening in October, obviously, because we've just started a 5-day lockdown where I am, which will probably go for about 3 or 4 weeks. But Uncle Jon, give everyone an update. How are you feeling and how much are you going to crush David Bradford?
So everything's going really, really well. I've had to change things a bit in the last week and a half. I got some issues in my right shoulder, which is fine because we don't have to do anything serious with my right anytime soon. So I've actually started pumpkining, and we're only doing left in the gym at this point. So it's really interesting. Like my pumps seem bigger in the gym. They're more intense pumps. And so I'm kind of interested to see where all that goes. So while this heals up, which I'm guessing will be in at least another couple weeks, it's just all left hand. We're back to table time and everything is right on track, gaining weight very slowly, coming back up a little bit to get to that 210 mark for Arm War. So I'm going to be very thick 210.
Yeah. And you're winning 6-0 in a best of 5. That's the Aussie Armwrestlers prediction. You are winning quite easy. Chance, how do you see this Arm Wars reality check happening? How do you see the style of Uncle Jon's winning? There's no doubt about it.
I'm so confident in Uncle Jon that I'm going to stake a nice little pretty penny on Uncle Jon.
Oh, man.
I might take all my winnings after this John Brzenk match and throw it all on Uncle Jon. That's how confident I am in Uncle Jon to win.
I'm very confident as well. Uncle Jon is my man. We've got, what have we got? Arm Grinder said, I can pop in and say a few words. Just made some dinner. Lol. I'm not tech savvy to add people into chats.
He's right there. He can just walk in.
Oh, yeah. What's it? Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so that's who Arm Grinder is.
Kyle is Arm Grinder?
Yeah, Kyle is Arm Grinder.
Yeah, that makes he's more than welcome to jump in, of course. David Vengeance, Reeeeeeady Armwrestling. DVRA says, I'll put 200 on Uncle Jon. I got faith. Daniel Urick with a $5 super chat. Again, thank you so much. He says, bring on the last hairbender. Beautiful. Mazel Jador, not betting on Chance and John arm wrestling wins. If I were to stake, I'd flip a coin. It's a bit like that. Craig over Dallas, pure horsepower, RVJ versus Craig WAL type power. 350 pins and 1 win. Beautiful. And then, of course, Mazel Jador, who is the ultimate flag bearer of Uncle Jon. He says he's throwing massive monies on Uncle Jon.
My man.
And that's
my man.
Enough. But if Kyle wants to bring his dinner and come in and say g'day, that is fine. So I want to get my little crystal ball out, talk about the future. And I'll start with you, Uncle Jon. You have gone over to the United Kingdom. Hopefully they're putting you up first class, but let's face it, it's arm wrestling, so you'll pay for your own flight. Let me know how I can donate and sponsor and help out to chip in for some expenses. You know I'm a huge fan. You go over and you beat David. You've beat him. You've beat him convincingly. Mazel Jador's just bought a yacht because he's just put that much money on you. What do you want next? Who do you want next? Where do you want to go next?
So at that point, my goal will to basically be starting to do what Chance has already been doing for the last, year. And I just want to go and I want to look at that North American list at, 198 and start grinding them. Right? Start chasing people around, go to the tournaments that have these things. If promoters are out there and they want to put some of those matches together, I'm absolutely happy to do super matches, regular tournaments. It sounds like maybe I'll get to pull Artem at some point, maybe early next year, possibly. We'll see. But the travel thing is still kind of up in the air too. So I'm kind of guessing that the big part of this might start like at the beginning of next year.
Yeah, and take all the Mounties names from until you're allowed to travel.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. I might be able to get back to the U.S. possibly in August. It's just a big mess with the government stuff right now. So anytime I do make it back, I will find someone. Even if I'm not in an arm wrestling area, I'll figure out somehow to pull somebody for some reason. That's it. So everybody at 200 pounds and under. Florida's going to happen for sure. Go train with Chance, 100%. I got to hook up with Cobra. We've been talking about dinner. Yeah, right. I owe Chance dinner. He won it for me. So hang out with Cobra. Go around, just pull as many people as possible. Take losses to guys who I have no business pulling, and just get better. That's the whole thing. I would really like to have a year full of just hardcore pulling and really kind of keep ramping up from there. Because I would like to challenge, what North America has to offer, left-handed anyways, at 200 pounds.
Well, left-handed. There's only one in the left-hand division ever.
Oh, I'll come for that soon too. Don't you worry.
But look, I'm a married man. But what you just said was very, very sexy. I am loving people like this. You've been around forever, Uncle Jon. But I love the hunger, the determination, and now that you're getting your due diligence with some money through the arm wrestling because you put in more work than just about anyone, so you're able to, it can help with some expenses. I've just loved the absolute Phoenix uprising of Chance Shaw to go on and you're all just chasing it, and it's unbelievable. I'd chase it, but we just get locked down. Now, Chance, you've gone out and you've beaten the greatest of all time. Now, I'll throw a name out there, and you let me know what you think. And it rhymes with smiling, knowing. Mm-hmm. Would you pull him again?
If someone threw me enough money.
So what kind of money would it take? Because I love what you both do. You call a spade. You say, I want to pull him. I don't want to pull him. I'm better than him. I love all that because it's done. You both do it in the right way. So what kind of dollary doos are we talking?
I don't see anything to gain from pulling Ryan. So, I don't know. If someone wants to pay for like me and Maggie to go stay in Australia for a week or something, I'll go do it there.
Oh
But,
man, I would absolutely love for you to come over to Australia just so I can have a beer with you. And
yeah, I mean, it'd be really cool to go over there, but I'm focused on some other things. I have a feeling there's going to be some interesting matches announced that I might be a part of at a certain event that maybe someone else in the call is taking part of. So, that might be my main focus.
Is there anyone? So we won't drop any exclusives on the Aussie Armwrestler, but because I know because you don't want to drop exclusives and then it doesn't happen. But is there anyone that you want? Is there anyone that's not a part of what's being organised behind closed doors? Is there anyone that you just like? Yeah, I reckon now that I've been able to conquer John, who's next?
Well, I've been pretty upfront with the fact that I really want to pull Jerry Carteret. Yep. I like that match a lot. So I'd love to pull Jerry Carteret in North America. Tim Brzenk is someone who I'd be really interested in arm wrestling as well. And then Eastern Europeans that I want to pull, possibly like Dmitry Salayev. He's a beast that I'd be really interested in pulling. And Krasimir is someone who I'd really want to pull because me and Krasimir talk all the time. He gives me advice, training advice, and helps me get prepared for matches. So it'd be really cool to have a match with him.
Man, you've got Tugboat versus Tugboat. You've got Cyclops versus Cyclops. All of these matches sound fantastic. And I can see you've got your Robin to your Batman behind you. Kyle, my man, how are you?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Just look at him. How do you think he's doing?
Yeah. Like the eyebrow?
I'm a happy guy right now. I got my eyebrow slit and my reverse mohawk. So,
dude, also your hair grows fantastically quick.
It does.
Yeah,
you're a jerk for that. So, but Kyle, quickly, we'll get your. I'll throw some matches at you. Let's get your predictions. Thanks for jumping in and saying g'day. So we'll start off with Dallas versus Craig. Who have you got?
Obviously Dallas. I hang out with Dallas. I train with Dallas because I'm from San Diego, so I'm I know Dallas well. I think if Dallas has any ability to put the stops in the match, then Craig shouldn't even win a single round. Dallas has been preparing for everything that Craig could possibly offer. We've been going through scenarios. He's been training with me. He's been training with Derek. He's been training with Cody Hadley, one of his main training partners. And I just really like his odds of winning this match.
Love it. And what about Uncle Jon versus David Bradford?
I got to go with Uncle Jon. I think Uncle Jon's been just getting way too strong. I mean, I see the arm PR videos, The guy's a beast. And, I've talked to Uncle Jon a few times now. I know what he does for training, and I know where his table time's been going recently because he just started getting back on the table. He's confident, and I'm confident in his ability to show up and put on a great fight and win this match. So I'll stake Uncle Jon. Probably at least $100 or so I'll put on Uncle Jon, I'd say.
Damn, high rollers over here.
Who knew arm wrestlers had a bit of money in their skyrocket? Where have you guys been?
Throw some out there a little bit,
Especially after Dallas wins, right? Then you get your money from that.
I haven't been wrong on my arm bet predictions yet, so I'll just keep going and take the winnings and just keep going with it, right?
Oh, beautiful. You might start making money selling your tips there, Kyle. You can just sit there and go, if you want the winner, subscribe to me, $5 a month, and I will tell you who will win each and every arm wrestling match.
Like a stock market advisor.
And who's winning the big one? Your boy Chance or the greatest of all time?
So I never want to bet against John, but people that don't live with Chance just really have no idea. I mean, Chance is training all the time. He maxes out on certain lifts every week. And I saw him just make quick work of everyone in the round robin. So you can't bet against Chance. And I strongly advise people to bet on Chance. And I think it's the smart bet.
Ooh, as Chance has a little cheeky grin there. You're allowed to smile, Chance. It is okay for people to talk you up and say you're doing well. You're in superb form at the moment. A shout out to Carolyn Looms, who's been a huge supporter of everyone's channels. She's asking, Chance, what % stronger are you since Todd?
Todd Hutchins, when I practiced with him, maybe.
Caroline,
I'm going to guess that's who she's talking about. Yeah, so if that's who she's talking about, like twice as strong. And I don't just throw that number around like willy-nilly, but I'm 60 pounds heavier. When I pulled with Todd Hutchins, that was like off the couch version of me. That was before my training really started ramping up. And here we are 8 months later, and I have been training consistently for 8 months. I've put on a ton of muscle, a ton of strength, size, obviously about 60 pounds. So maybe not quite twice as strong, but pretty close to it.
Oh, I love it. So how do you both feel? I'll start with you, Uncle John. So you're slowly gaining weight in order to get to a peak weight for your Arm Wars reality check match. Do you feel comfortable putting on weight? Do you find it hard putting on weight? What's the go?
I'm definitely very vigilant of it because I worked so hard to get rid of most of it. So I'm still working really closely with Mazel, with him being my nutritionist. And, I eat a lot of food, but it is still very, very clean. And it is something that's on my mind every single day, but it's going well.
Do you feel comfortable though when you step on the scales and you've put on a couple of kgs? Do you feel comfortable at all?
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's fine. It's part of the process, right? So as long as it's following the path and it's not, extremely, I went on like a mini vacation over a long weekend like a month ago, and it was like you come back and you look at the number and it's like catastrophically high. So you're like, okay, clean it up, get rid of that, flush it out, and then we're back at it. But now I can tell that like. The last time I had a super match, I was 210 pounds. And I can look back at that video from March, the beginning of March, and like I'm 205-ish right now, and I have a completely different body composition, right? So this 205 pounds, if I add another 5 pounds of fat, I'm still going to be in much better shape than I was on my way down. So everything is going well. We're adding some good thickness, and lifts are also going up. I don't particularly max out. I subscribe to more of a slow ratcheting up with a little bit higher repetitions, but everything is still climbing.
And Chance, you look comfortable putting on weight because you're putting on weight now as we speak. You're diving in. You've had dinner made for you and everything. First of all, what's for dinner? And second of all, because everyone knows you've put on a significant weight gain, has it felt comfortable for you?
So dinner, just something really simple because, I felt like having something simple. It's just some pasta. I'll probably have a bowl of oatmeal after and a protein shake probably. But I need something in my stomach right now because I just woke up and I haven't eaten in like 3 hours.
Oh, you poor man.
I feel very comfortable with the weight. As far as fat goes, I don't feel... Let's see. I was about 260 before I went on the bulk. I feel I was a little fatter at 260 pounds than I am right now.
Yeah.
I think it's distributed well with the muscle and fat that I've put on. I think it's distributed well where I don't feel as fat. I definitely feel heavy. It's a little bit harder cardio wise, but I feel pretty comfortable. My waist size hasn't gone up at all.
Yeah.
In the last 40 pounds. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah. That's
nice.
Yeah, beautiful. And Chef Kyle, have you got any upcoming matches coming up? Is there anyone that you want to go out and attack?
Well, there's some stuff in the works for sure.
Care to elaborate there, mate? Like,
I don't know if I can elaborate just now, but I might be announcing something soon. It depends if it goes through or not.
So if you were announced, throw it out there. Where can we go and support you?
It'll probably get announced on Chance Shaw's channel.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
So we'll keep an eye out for that. Oh, all this secrecy going on.
He might be an undercard.
Fantastic. I love and I just love that matches have happened.
I'll say this. Yeah, Travis, immediately, like the first day when we were having the locking things in, because I'm pretty sure, I mean, they locked in John and Chance in like 15 minutes after that Facebook comment. Travis immediately wanted me to be the undercard. And there's a lot of ideas. There's one idea in particular that I can't bring up yet.
Yep.
But if that one goes through, I think it'll be a cool match.
And what are you weighing in now?
I'm trying to get back down to a lighter weight because I just recently put on 20 pounds to try to take down a 400 pounder.
Yeah.
And
I saw that.
You might have saw that on the live.
Yeah.
The guy ended up being pretty strong.
Yeah.
So
It was massive.
I'm going back down to my weight class now.
What's your weight class?
I don't think I can really go any lower than a 185.
Yep.
So I would say 185.
Beautiful, beautiful. Everyone in your chat, get your questions in quick as we've just hit an hour and I don't like to go too long. Chance gets a bit grumpy when he hasn't eaten in about 45 minutes. As you can see, he's putting on weight now, and Uncle John's got about 9 other live stream shows to do today only, as the way it goes. So we'll go on. I'll ask a couple more questions. Get your questions going in the chat. Thank you to everyone that's been involved. The comments have been flowing and jumping in. Two of the most fun people at the moment of the arm wrestling world, and it's just pretty cool to have a chat with Kyle. I haven't done much with Kyle, but it's pretty cool to have a chat. A couple of people, Repulsive Gravity, saying Levi was huge. Yeah, I saw that. That was thought that was a bit unfair.
Yeah, big dude.
Thought you got stitched up there a bit when I saw both of you go head to head. A bit of shallow hell. All right. Well, one quick question. David Vengeance Riviera Arm Wrestling. Chance, what's your supplement routine looking like to add all that muscle/weight? Or are you just eating 3-4 times a day?
Lots of food. Just lots of food. That's the biggest thing. I have a lot of supplements that I should be taking, but I am lazy and I don't take anything consistently. Such as like fish oil and multivitamins and all these things I swear by, but I just get lazy. So really it's just I'm trying to eat as much food as possible. I guess if you want to consider it a supplement, it's turmeric. Yeah. We coat all of our food in turmeric. I just order turmeric by like 2-pound bags and it's on everything because I really believe turmeric's great for anti-inflammatory.
Jeez. Ronan has come in and said, when I'm 320, 330 pounds, I'm real strong, but my wife typically has to give me CPR 2-3 times a day when I walk to the fridge and back. Pretty reasonable. King Lee says, Uncle John, come visit Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. I'd like to come to Oklahoma. Should get let me give me a message. Let me know what's going on in Oklahoma, where I should come, and who the best promoters are in Oklahoma.
There's a good team around Oklahoma City. So
isn't that where Don is pulling, or has he moved?
No, Don is in Missouri.
Missouri, yeah. Jeff Hale's in Oklahoma.
Right, Missouri.
Go see Jeff Hale.
Yeah, I should go see Jeff.
To pull with Jeff Hale.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the pleasure of pulling with Jeff the day after the round robin. We went over to Jeff's house and pulled with him for about 4 hours.
Sounds like Jeff is ready to pull. Dude, he sounds very strong.
Dude, Jeff is ridiculous. Strongest 170 pounds I've ever felt. And I pulled a lot of elite 170 pounders.
I can't believe you can just get so strong, so small. Guys, we will wrap it up there. If there is one thing, first of all, everyone that's been in the chat and donated super chats and things like that, cannot thank you enough from a guy that just sits in his house and no one heard of me 18 months ago, to the fact that I can just meet some of the best people around the world, including the three you see on the screen besides the Aussie Armwrestler. I am so appreciative. Guys, make sure you go over and subscribe to the Uncle Jon Arm Wrestling Show. You will be entertained. Absolutely. And of course, it's not red hot form. It's not white hot form. This guy has his own piece in a Monopoly game. It is Chance Shaw form. Go over and support Chance. He's doing a lot of work with Kyle, as you can see in a lot of their Tugboat Talks chats. Kyle is hanging around. Kyle, is there anywhere else where we can get behind you and support? Have you got any other social channels that you want building up, or are you predominantly just in this partnership with Chance?
You know, I do have my own YouTube. It's sitting at about 100 subscribers right now. It's Arm Grinder. Might be hard for people to find, but if they search up Kyle DePew Arm Wrestling, I would assume that most of the videos would be mine.
Beautiful.
And then,
let's thicken that up. Arm Grinder, Kyle DePew. Now, because Chance and Kyle, it is the first time you have been on the Aussie Arm Wrestler show. And it's the greatest catchphrase in the Aussie Arm Wrestler. It's ready, bang! I need both of you to do an impression before we wrap up.
An impression of you?
The ready, bang.
It's all you, Kyle.
Oh, man. You're really putting me on the spot here. What should I say? Like a line?
Just ready, bang.
Just ready, bang.
Ready, bang!
Yes! That's a hard act to follow, Chance.
I'm not following up with that. Ready, bang. Let's
Oh, you've gone the old Daniel Mosier route. Guys, Uncle Jon, Chance, Kyle, one thing I always appreciate in the arm wrestling world is your time. That's the one thing I always appreciate. It's probably pretty late where you guys are, so the Aussie Arm Wrestler is always grateful for you guys coming in. Everyone, go over to these three guys' channels. You have no idea how much it motivates us. You know how much endorphins we get when we see a couple of more subscribers, a couple of extra views and things like that, because between all four of us on the screen, we're not in it for the money. If we do get any money, we pop it back in the arm wrestling world. So whatever you can, go over and help these guys out. Guys, thank you so much for being on the greatest live stream in the arm wrestling world.